Hey y'all, come on in the kitchen with me. Today I kind of look like a peppermint candy, don't I, Eddie? Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? Recipe I'm fixing to share with y'all now. I think I'm dressed appropriately. We're gonna be making peppermint bark. And I've got in mind, y'all, I know when my boys were in grade school and Christmas would come around, I'd go to the dime store and I'd buy, you know, pretty little cheap glass containers. They were probably all of 99 cents. And I would make all different kind of candies and fill those jars up and put a pretty bow on them. And my children would give those as their teacher's gifts. And I remember Deen still talks about it this day. He said, Mama, I was so proud. I was so proud when I walked in and she said, oh, Jamie, that's beautiful. And he was so proud to say, my mama made it. My mama made it. And like I said, to this day at 53, he still talks about that. So if you want to give somebody a special little gift, but you don't have a budget that would choke a horse, personally, I love gifts where people didn't necessarily have to go out and buy anything, but they actually gave of themselves. Because when you give something like this, you're giving your time, which is very valuable. And to me, that makes it so, so special. So when we get through with it, I have some little containers over here that we're gonna put it in. And I do still like those glass jars that I used to get and use. So we're melting, y'all, 2 pounds of white chocolate. And I've got them over a double boiler. You want to make sure that your bowl, the bottom of your bowl, doesn't actually touch the water. So to this, we're going to add about 2 teaspoons of peppermint extract. So we're going to take our candy canes or the round peppermints, whatever you have. And I like to put these in a bag and take my hammer to them and crush them. And you know, peppermint these days comes in all different colors. It's not necessarily just the red and the white, so you can mix your colors. Personally, I like the green and the red, because my favorite Christmas ice cream, y'all want to see it? Let me show it to you. This is my favorite special vanilla, not it, yeah, it's got some vanilla, but look at it. Michael and I have almost eaten all of it. And see how it's got the red and the green peppermints in it? Oh, it's so good. So that would be pretty to fix a bowl of this ice cream all balled up and stick a piece of peppermint bark in it. That'd be a nice gift if your ice cream wouldn't melt. All right, so I'm stirring these up because that water is just a boiling. And while I'm showing y'all my favorite specialty Christmas ice cream, a friend that I've never met sent me this scoop, this ice cream scoop. If something happened to this, I would cry like a baby. I put this under just the hottest water I can get out of my faucet, and I turn it over and let it run on that for a few minutes, and you can see it's got a liquid in it, in the handle, that kind of helps it keep everything warm or cold, whichever you want. But thank you, my friend, for sending me this ice cream scoop. It is literally the best ice cream scoop I've ever had. All right, let's see what it says. That www.thatinventions.com. Scoop What does that say, Eddie? I got to watch my chocolate, or I'm gonna have a mess. Y'all just, if you're an ice cream eater, and I tell y'all what, Michael and I eat a bowl of ice cream every night of our lives before we go to bed. We just look so forward to. Michael will be watching TV in another room, and he'll come in and walk into the kitchen and look and see what's out and around. Have you had ice cream yet? And he acts like he gets pure mad if I have eaten my ice cream and not called him to come in and get his. But this is so good, and this is a premium Publix brand of ice cream. I'll be back to you tonight. Love, love. I wish I could be that in love with carrots or celery. Why does it have to be ice cream? All right, it's starting to get melted, y'all. It's still got some chunks in it. I just want to make sure that's not touching the bottom. I don't think it is. You know, probably most of y'all have a actual double boiler, you know, that came with maybe your kitchenware or something like that. But if you don't have one, this works very, very well to just use a glass bowl and a pot that fits your glass bowl properly. So you don't have to go out and buy anything. This will work just fine. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. That's melted and it's beautiful, y'all. It's real smooth. And now I'm gonna add like 2 teaspoons of peppermint extract. Now just use your imagination when you're making something like this, and doctor it up any way you want to. You know, I think nuts would be good in this. So just think about it. I think raisins would be good in it. So just let your imagination run wild. So in goes our peppermint pieces. So we're just gonna stir that up. I mean, this is super simple. And coming up, I'm gonna share some other recipes that I think are wonderful for gift giving. And we're gonna talk about compound butters. So now we're just gonna flip this over. So we'll try to go against the, or go with the roll. All right, I'm going to get a little spray, and I'm gonna spray the back of my spatula. So hopefully none of this will stick. And we're just gonna spread this out. And then we're gonna stick it in the refrigerator. And let it get cold again. All right, I'm gonna have to slip to the one that I prepared, Eddie. See, it works much better if you spray it. And you can make this as thick as you want or as thin as you want. Just depends on how much rubbing you want to do to it. Do you like yours thick or thin, Eddie?
I think I like it thin.
Okay. Somehow I knew you would say that. He wants to see me do more work, doesn't he, y'all? All right. Okay, I'm gonna get this over here where I can.
It smells so good.
Doesn't it smell delicious?
Yes,
that
peppermint
extract. Can you imagine this with a bowl of that ice cream?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might have to crinkle some of that up.
I know. Speaking of crinkle and sprinkle and all that good stuff, do you think is it getting thin enough for you yet, Eddie?
Yeah, looks good. I'll just eat the outside pieces.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's do something that I've never done before when I was making bark. But what the heck, let's try it. You know, if it messes up, I'll keep it and eat it. I got some sprinkles. So let's just sprinkle it and see what happens.
Add some green.
That's pretty. Isn't that pretty, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now let's add some more red. So see, you really can just whatever your imagination, just use it and be creative. Oops, I dropped some right over there, Eddie. Hear that peppermint? It's good. So, I'm gonna take this out and put it in the big refrigerator outside in the garage, and I'll probably leave it for about 45 minutes. And then we'll break it up and we're gonna put it in our pretty little gift boxes. You know, there must be a lot of folks out there that are in cookie swaps or gives homemade things for gifts, because they have so many of these, like at the dollar store.
That's where I got those, the dollar store.
You know, pay $1 for them. And this one, I love this one that Teresa picked up because you can see through it.
I like
you
the
can
closed
see what
one,
you're
and I
getting.
knew you would like the open one.
Yes. All right, so Teresa, would you like to take that since you're closest to that refrigerator? And after it hardens, I'll come back and I'll fill these gift boxes and just show y'all, you know, kind of what it looks like. And then, like I said, we're going to be talking about other great gift ideas that come from your kitchen and from your heart. Okay, our candy is ready. Our peppermint candy with the red and the green speckles. Now, all I'm going to do is just break this up into what I feel like is edible sizes. You know, some people may like half this cookie sheet. But I'm just going to do it in what I think is doable sizes. Now, I have parchment paper that comes in a roll so you can cut any size you need. And so I cut me a square of parchment paper. And naturally, we wash these containers, y'all. You don't want to put any type of food that you're giving away or even keeping. You don't want to put them in a container that has not been washed. So I'm using, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And it takes no time, y'all, to get it hard. And I love the sprinkles on it, don't you, Eddie?
Yeah, it looks great.
It really kind of perked it up. So now I'm gonna see if our cover will go on with the parchment paper. And I think it would work. That sealed up pretty good. You just kind of crimp it up, put a little bow on it, and you're gonna make somebody very, very happy. Hey, Teresa said her, y'all.
Yeah, the lid with the clear top is nice.
Yes, isn't that nice? And we got fingerprints on it, so. If I had taken my time, I'm sure I could get a prettier piece of tissue paper. Or you know what you could do? You could use the real tissue paper because it's much thinner. That would be pretty too, but I know that Jamie Dean's teachers would have loved this as a gift. So Merry Christmas, y'all. And I will be back with more ideas for homemade gift giving as soon as I get through with this bark. So good. Would you like a piece of my bark, Katie?
Yes.
Please. So good. Teresa, would you like some more?
You mean another?
Are you taking the whole thing home? Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.